Hi, boys and girls. So today is Tuesday, March 31st, and we are going to be working on our word sorts. So I went ahead and I copied down some of the words that we built yesterday together onto index cards. So I'm just going to start today by having you read me some of the words. Okay, the first word is T-H-I-N, thin. Nice job. The next word is S-T-I-N-K, stink. The third word is T-I-N, tin. You should recognize this chunk. It is I-N-K, ink. Next word is H-I-N-T, hint. Second to last word is T-H-I-N-K, think. And the last word is S-I-N-K, sink. All right, so we just went through all of these index cards and we read them all together. So these should look familiar to you. They're some of the words that we built together yesterday. But now what we're going to do is we're going to sort them into the patterns that they follow for the week. So same thing as last week. I'm going to take a look at all of these words and I'm asking myself, which of these words share things in common? Which of these words share something in common? So take a look for a moment. Just think in your head. What do you notice about all of these words? Some of them will connect to others, some of them won't. So we're not looking for a way that they all connect to each other. We're just looking for some connections that some of them share. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to start with the first word in the first column. So the first word in the first column is think. So I'm just going to move that over here. And I'm trying to think in my head. I see two chunks, actually. I see at the beginning in think, and then I also see ink at the end. So right now, in my mind, think could actually belong to two of our spelling categories. So I'm going to look through, though, and I'm going to put the ones that I think mostly match it here, okay? So tin doesn't belong here. Thin could belong here because they both have that sound. Ink could also belong here because it actually does have ink in think. Then I have sink, so again, it could belong there because it has ink at the end. Hint doesn't belong, and then stink doesn't belong. So when I look at these words, some of them definitely match and some of them don't. Take a look just at this column here. Take a look just at this column. Which ones do you think go together? I think now that we're looking, we can see really clearly that two of them go together, and then two of them belong in a separate category. What are you thinking? Go ahead and tell me. What do you think? Which two words do you think go together in one pattern, and which other two words do you think belong somewhere else? If you said that you think ink and sink belong in a different pattern, you're right. Today I'm looking at the pattern in think and the pattern in thin, okay? Now I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of the words. Now I already kind of started with this one, so ink, and then tin we already decided doesn't belong there, but sink belongs with ink because they both have that ink chunk, and then we have hint, which doesn't quite fit, but then we have stink, which definitely has that ink chunk at the end. And then I'm just going to look at these two last words because at first first, they kind of don't really look like they go together, but let me read them out loud and see if I can hear something that they share in common. So the first word in this column is tin. Tin. The second word in this column is hint. So I have in, and I have hint. Wait a second. Those words definitely belong together because they both have that chunk in them. So, lo and behold, I have our spelling patterns of the week here, and they do match perfectly with how we organize them. So one of our spelling patterns this week is ink. I-N-K. Can you please say ink? Ink. Nice job. Notice this pattern looks like it could be pronounced like ink, because I sometimes makes the inchworm sound. But in this particular case, it is making the ink sound. Ink, like a long E at the beginning. Okay? The next pattern is in. Okay, so a word on its own, but also a spelling pattern. So we can see it here in tin, and then in hint. So in, this chunk, can sometimes be at the end of a word. Sometimes it's in the middle of the word, but then sometimes it's even at the beginning of the word, like in the word include or interrupt. The last one is two letters, TH and TH together make the sound, like in thumb or three. So I have it in the sound, in between the sound symbols here, so that we know we're talking about a specific sound, because TH also can make other sounds. For example, in the word those, we're hearing it as more of like instead of, okay? So they definitely can, TH can definitely make a couple of different sounds. So we want to make sure that we're paying very close attention to the sound this week, all right? So now that I know that all of my words have been organized into the proper spelling pattern, I know that I'm all set. So what you're going to do today is you're going to be doing a word sort too. You're going to be sorting 12 words into these 3 spelling patterns. So you're going to start by going through all of the words on your word sort. Read them out loud, okay? Actually read them so that you know which pattern they belong to. Then go through each word and identify what are the consonants in each word and what are the vowels in each word. And then you're going to write that down on your sheet for each word, onto each word tile. And then you're also going to go back and you're going to highlight the pattern that you see in each word. So, for example, if, I'm going to grab a highlighter here. If I were looking at the word think, remember, I've decided that my pattern in think is, so I would highlight that pattern, okay, to show Miss Garcia that I know think has the sound. That's why I'm putting it here into this column, okay? So you can find your materials today on Google Classroom. I have posted both of the attachments that you need. So you'll find first the sheet that has the chart with the patterns at the top, and then the second sheet is the chart with all of your word tiles. So you're going to need 2 sheets today. After you're done reading, naming consonants and vowels, and then highlighting the patterns you see in each word, you're going to cut your tiles out, sort them, and then glue them down in the appropriate spelling pattern category. After that, you are going to go ahead and take a photo to post onto Seesaw so that I can give you some feedback later today. So be sure to look out for my feedback in case you need to make any revisions to your work. But otherwise, I can't wait to see how you guys do. All right, have fun.